felt a hot shudder run down my spine. The voice from my dreams echoed through the air into my ears. I looked around, panicked, alongside the incubi. James placed a hand on my shoulder, trying to remain calm.
Don't worry. No one will hurt you.
Are you sure? Are you really sure?
All of us shot our heads towards the doors, finally pinning down the direction of the voice. The doors quickly swung open, revealing a sight I would never expected to see. Skin red as blood, eyes black and gold piercing into mine, roughened up clothes and a pistol in hand. I saw a monster. I covered my mouth to not scream at the sight. Dried blood covered the bandana around his neck as he smirked at me, and the boys around me. Beside the red-skinned man was a similar-looking woman in matching thug-like clothes. I know I've said this before. I feel like they should really rephrase that line.
I know, right?
Aw, what's the matter, boys? You really didn't think I wouldn't find you, did you?
I hoped you would, you piece of...
All of a sudden, the man raised his gun at Sam's face and instantly pulled the trigger. We all gasped in shock, instinctively expecting to see a bullet run through Sam's face, but...
What? What the fuck?
What?
What should have been a headshot ended with a loud but empty blank shot. The pistol echoed its empty shots as the man grew more and more pissed, pulling the trigger over and over in aggravation. Luckily for my ears, it became quieter after its first shot.
Why the fuck won't you work?
This place is protected.
What did you say, Shrimp?
This place has a seal, protecting it from hellborn magic.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Ah!
The man growled and threw his son a gam.
Through his son. Through his son at Gam.
See, I was about to make a joke, be like, there's some nice gams there, but I didn't even realize I said his son. Sick him, boy. The man growled and threw his gun at Sam, who was able to dodge it in time. The pistol bounced off the ground a couple of times before sliding further away, hitting the wall in a final stop. As it stopped moving, the gun faded into black flame that disappeared into the air.
The previous owner had this place protected by magic, Malix.
Malix. That was his name. His existence resonated in my memory from the dream I had. However, I looked to Matthew in the same confusion as Malix did.
This place is protected by magic?
It would seem that your grandfather had some sort of protective barrier around this house. From the looks of it, it only disables hellborn magic.
Malix's face grew to that of extreme anger, his fist tightening as if he was crushing a stress ball.
Then what's stopping me from dragging your asses out and shooting you then?
Out of pure instinct, I stepped forward and placed myself between Malix and the boys. With no power, Malix wasn't going to fight. I took that chance to stand up to him instead of being powerless like I was in the dream.
Fuck off!
Malix suddenly laughed wildly, staring at me in disbelief.
Whoa! Who let the bitch out of her cage? What is this? A reverse harem or something?
How does he know that terminology? Is Malix a weeb?
Oh my god, no! Malix hates shoujo! Malix likes Oron. Malix grinned at me evilly, walking closer to me. You ever heard of Oron High School Host Club?
Achievement, can't catch me.
I ducked underneath Malix's incoming hand. I stared at his hand and his black flame tattoo in surprise as I took a couple steps back from Malix. Matthew and Damien stepped in front of me, guarding me from Malix with their arms.
A quick one. I'm liking you more and more.
Back off, Malix!
Don't start acting tough, you pathetic excuse of a demon. You need more protection than her.
Shut up!
Oh, did I make the little Matthew cry? Why don't you just grow a pair?
Enough, Malix.
The woman, who had been standing in silence the whole time, planted a firm hand on Malix's shoulder. Malix looked back at her with a growl and a glare that could kill.
Since when did you get the guts to speak out of place?
We both know you've never controlled me. I want them dead just like you do. But now's not the time.
Fuck off. I know what I'm doing.
Do you? Even if you did fight them, there's 5 against 2. We never win.
Shut up!
Let's go, Malix! We're wasting our time!
The two growled at each other. If they could have used their magic, I could sense that fire would glow from underneath their teeth. Malix grunted and glared at the boys. He pointed at James, wanting so badly to use his fingers like a knife.
Just wait, pretty boys. We'll get you and fuck you up real good.
Then Malix turned to me, moving his finger to point directly between my eyes.
And don't think you're safe. Mm-mm. Step outside. I dare you.
With that, Malix and the woman walked out of the mansion. The doors closed behind them, leaving the boys and I alone once again. I felt my knees give out from under me, forcing the boys to quickly turn to catch me.
Whoa, whoa! Are you alright?
Yeah. Why was he here?
He's been closely tracking us. Our blood trail from the forest must have led him here.
Great.
We should have stopped him and finished it here.
For once, Matthew, I agree with you.
I stood up and rubbed my arms, feeling the goosebumps Malix left behind on me. I couldn't stop myself from shivering in fear of his words.
Malix, was he a demon?
That son of a bitch is not a demon. He's a devil.
A devil? There's a difference?
Yes. Demons come from
Yes.
a different plane of existence called the abyssal planes.
I
Devils,
tried to read
however,
Eric's
come from one of
line.
the 7 circles of a place humans know as hell. Despite us not being human, we are very different creatures.
We actually have brains, for one. Devils always like to cause trouble and try to kill or torture others for their own enjoyment. Demons, like us, know when to use our powers and when not to. We're not stupid.
Devils follow orders from higher-ups in their order, and their power only comes from their connection to hell. Demons all have free wills and don't rely on where they came from to use their powers.
This was all so confusing. Demons and devils and magic and lions and witches and wardrobes and Lewis Carroll. That wasn't even the guy who wrote that.
Lewis
Oh, it's this-
Carroll?
Isn't he the one who wrote Alice in Wonderland?
Yes.
He's not the one who wrote... He's not the one who wrote Narnia.
No.
They all existed, and I wanted to land. I happened to land in the middle of it.
What do we do?
You're safe. You've been protected as well.
What?
What Damien's saying is that the magic that protects this place also protects you.
Your grandfather must have cast it when you last saw him or something of that nature. We can sense its aura around your body.
I couldn't believe my ears. It was the third day of surprises, and this one took the cake in being the most surprising. I felt my head spin once again.
Narnia's author is Clive Staples Lewis.
Staples?
Yeah.
Live Staples Lewis. Okay. What did I get myself into?
Miss, please don't worry. We'll find a way to train ourselves and become stronger to finally finish this feud.
I want to kick his ass right now.
Until then, we'll protect you as much as we can. If Malix comes back, we'll be here for you.
But what about going outside? Won't
Like we said, you have a protection spell on you. Even if Malix attacks you, he won't be able to use his magic on you. He'd be just like any other human you can fight back against.
Didn't you say you knew Taekwondo?
Yeah.
I felt somewhat relieved that I was mostly safe from Alex. Still, I could not help but feel very nervous and apprehensive about the future. The boys were safe here to train and become stronger, but what if Malix did the same? Even more so, I was lost about how my grandfather knew about magic. I had to find out. At least I had time with these boys. I went to Green Apples.
Achievement?
What is that?
What?
Green Apples?
Achievement Green Apples?
Hold up. What does that mean?
Steam? Would you like to explain? Unlock the first set of bloopers.
What? We unlocked bloopers.
I guess so.
Okay. I went to bed that night feeling nervous. Despite the words of the incubi, I felt like a target to something I'd never be able to explain or prove. Magic? Devils? Demons? How did this all even happen? Should I really meddle with this situation?
They are only staying until after they defeat Malix.
That's right. They said they'd only stay until after they defeated Malix. After that, my life could go back to normal. Temporary insanity, as Kay would say. The question was, would I want them to leave? If my life went back to normal, then I'd have to care for the house all on my own. I'd get to focus on my life instead of being distracted by the boys. I'd have to.
My life?
Where was my life going anyway? I was under pressure from my parents with under pressure. Sorry. I had to.
Dun, 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 dun.
I had to.
I feel like we made that joke before too.
Have we? I cannot even tell,
I'm pretty
man.
sure.
You're a year into this series, man. I was under pressure from my parents with only my friends and the boys to comfort me. Without the boys, I'd have no way to hide from my responsibilities.
Enough! Let's just sleep and deal with it tomorrow when it comes.
Defeating my sense of thought, I forced myself to sleep, unsure of what tomorrow had planned for me. Hopefully, whatever the future had for me, I would be ready for it.
I promise to be with you forever. You're so important to me.
I swear I'll give my life to you.
Please, let me love you.
I'll be by your side,
you, Eric.
always.
I can't imagine living without you.
I want to be with you.
I love you.
Okay, so I do like that. Okay, so we're officially in James Root now, right? When that happens?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember that was the point where we were kind of like, oh, does that mean that we can date the Goyles?
Mm-hmm.
And we can. No, I was just thinking, because okay, look, I read the comments because I like to read the comments, and I see a lot of people being like, oh, do the girls' roots, or do Diana's root, and then being like, oh, you're evil. Fun fact, I've actually done Naomi's and Diana's root on my own. I think overwhelmingly people have been saying do the human roots and do the Diana root.
Uh-huh.
I quite like the Diana root because it answers some questions that don't get answered otherwise.
Uh-huh. Well, we were
So, yeah.
always going to do the Diana route, at least.
I guess that's true, yeah, because that's a very important route. I did really like that route. But anyway, just want to put that out there that I would like to do the human routes, honestly.
I think you smacked your lips like 18 times in just the past 2 sentences.
The cats are looking at me. They're like, what are you doing? They're both staring at me. They're judging me. Don't judge me. Anyway, yeah, that was my very long, drawn-out point. But, yeah.
Yeah.
I did it again, didn't I?
Yeah.
Oops. Okay. I slowly opened my eyes, letting the voices of my dream echo in my head and force me awake. I rubbed my eyes before sitting up and looking at my clock.
7 a.m. Why am I up so early?
I fell back onto the bed and closed my eyes, trying to go back to sleep. However, something kept me awake. Why?
It's too early to even be alive.
I gave up and sat up, staring at the fireplace across from my bed. A sigh escaped from between my lips before I threw my legs over the side of the bed. What to do at 7 a.m. in the morning? We've done everything, right?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo?
Let's just make some coffee, because that is very short, right?
Alright, James does like coffee.
I decided making coffee was my best bet in surviving the rest of the day.
Why not? Haven't had coffee in forever.
I got out of bed and made my way to the kitchen, unconcerned that I was in pajama pants and a tank top. I rummaged through the cabinets for a coffee machine. Sorry, it's so weird to me that you have to look in a cabinet for a coffee machine that it wouldn't be just, like, out there. You know?
Yeah, well, she just moved in.
Oh. Yeah, but, like, wouldn't it be... Do people put away their coffee machines?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, I'm just so baffled all of a sudden by this. I just thought of I'm like, why wouldn't the coffee machine just be out?
Maybe Grandpa didn't drink coffee.
Oh shit, I'm Grandpa. Alright. Yeah. Surely my grandfather had some.
A French press? Well, it's better than nothing.
As I began to make my coffee, I checked my email and text on my phone. No new important emails, no text messages. I sighed. I quickly made my coffee just how I liked it and sat on the counter. But then, I began to wonder.
Would this happen every day?
I let the question linger in my mind. For a whole morning, I did not think once about the boys or Malix. Everything was peaceful. Everything was average. Nothing magical or dangerous or unusual. I simply drank my coffee as I let the thought marinate in the back of my mind.
Come on, eyes, back to sleep.
After coffee, because that makes sense.
I looked at my phone to check the time once again. It was noon, yet it felt like I had slept for much longer.
Why is time going so slowly?
I sighed, got changed into normal clothes, and went out to the main hall and sat on the stairs. Sundays were very boring. However, the muffled sounds of battle caught my attention.
Huh?
I quickly went out to the backyard in response to the noise I had heard.
Can you see your line?
In the yard were the 5 boys? Oh, yeah. I was staring at Damien.
It happens to the best of us.
I didn't even notice the line change. I'm just staring at Damien like, man, he looks really good. I was literally just like staring at his design like, oh yes, nice fashion. Beautiful white pants. Beautiful Damien. Anyway. In the yard were all 5 of the boys, practicing fighting. Sam was in the middle of the other 4 surrounding him and throwing punches and kicks at him. Sam, being the strongest of the bunch, blocked and dodged each almost masterfully. Do we want to disturb them or nah? I don't think it affects anything, right? Yeah, just skip it. It's just more time we're not spending banging James.
You know, I'm not surprised you don't like James, considering he's so clearly a dom and you're more into subs.
Yeah, I see, I thought that was so funny when you said that, because I was like, I don't think I've ever, like, actually said that out loud, but I'm like, all my reactions to everything just must make everything so clear. But yeah, I am extremely picky.
I like James just fine, he just happens to not be one of my favorites.
I'm extremely picky about my doms, although, like, in most recent times, I think it's weird. It's weird, because, like, I've been playing a lot of different games, and all of my favorites have ended up being doms, but they're different. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it, it's weird. Anyway, I just watched. The boys were very much in their own world. Focusing on the training they were all in, it was better not to disturb them. I checked the time and decided to head inside to the kitchen. I was getting hungry, and I'm sure the boys would need to eat soon, so lunch was a must.
Might as well make lunch today. It's been a while since I cooked.